Hello everybody, and welcome to a new Guild Wars 2 video. Today I want to talk about the post-April did all of the Heart of Thorns map to be slightly less grindy. So anybody who has played Heart of Thorns like after launch and before the patch knows how grindy that the maps can be to get the rewards. You had to spend, at least an hour in each map to be able to get any kind of reward whatsoever. So, Verdant Brink, you had to spend an hour trying to get to nighttime, and then it was another 45 minutes or so to get from night back into day. Dragon Stand, that's another hour. That's on an hour and 40 minute map rotation, which still hasn't changed and is a bit annoying, but it has been made better since there, which I'll get into. So they've added a lot more chests to all of the maps. In some maps, they now spawn at the outposts after every event. Well, in fact, they spawn everywhere after every event. But in particular, say Auroch Basin, if you're following an event chain to do the outposts, free the watchtowers, go kill the Saurians or whatever. Every time you complete one of those events, basically a lot more chests spawn, and you now get keys as event rewards, so you don't have to waste as much of the map currency to buy the keys to open the chests. You just get tons now. You don't even need to buy any at all. It's really good. Other changes that they made is, for example, in Dragon Stand, once you have defeated the Mouth of Mordramoth, I mean, there's a lot of pods on the way, but after the Mouth of Mordramoth dies at the end of the map, they increased the duration that you can spend in the map afterwards to go and find all of the pods, and they also added a lot more pods, and I think they might have taken out some of the mobs as well. It seemed a lot easier when I did it. But there we go. There have also been some pretty big changes to event participation. In particular, from my experience, I've played Auroch Basin the most out of all of them. Funnily enough, since this patch, I've actually started a new full-time job, so I'm kind of now in the demographic that doesn't have much time to spend playing the game as much. Though I do try to play as much as I can, as well as edit videos. However, this past week I have been rather ill, so I haven't. Well, this is why this video is so late. This should have came out a couple of days ago, but I couldn't even speak. But yeah, apart from as I was saying about event participation, for example, in Terrair or Auroch Basin, event participation is now not a thing. It only affects the Terrair meta itself. You get maybe 20 minutes to get that up as high as you can after freeing all of the watch posts, and you're doing the challenges so that you can open up the Mordran Breach into the city itself. They've also changed the amount of ascended materials that drop. For example, airship oil, auric dust, ley line, crystals, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's been a really good change. You still do need just a ridiculous amount, absolutely ridiculous. Unfortunately, you cannot buy them with map currency, because now that you get a lot more map currency, which is also, well, or at least you seem to get a lot more map currency now. You're not able to buy the ascended materials, which is kind of a shame, really, because I'm after the Auroch weapons, hence why I've done Auroch Basin so much. And per Auroch ingot, you need 100 Auroch dust. And you're like, oh, well, that's fine. Well, you only need like a couple of ingots. Well, the 100 weapons require 5 ingots each, and the 200 weapons require 10. So when you're trying to do 16 weapons, that's a lot of dust, and it still isn't quite there. But, it's a market increase, and I can get behind this. At least I'm not throttled by the fact that you need just a silly amount of the map currency. So basically they changed all of this because the Heart of Thorns rewards just felt really disjointed and very, very slow. It took a long time to be able to farm up the currency that you need to get the collectibles for, your Order of Whispers or individual backpack items, or for any of your legendaries that you're making from Heart of Thorns, the 4 that were added. There's also a bunch of other recipes for your elite specialization. All that required a load of extra map currency that it was just really difficult to farm because, well, the events didn't give you much, and there weren't a huge amount of events. They're still the same, but they have added quite a lot, especially during periods of downtime. For example, in Auric Basin, when you're meant to be doing the challenges, they added a load more Mordrum assaults. So if you don't want to do the challenges, you can still go and do the business by killing all of the Mordrum that are trying to assault Auric Basin. So, you know, that's a really good change. In general, I suppose you could now say it's now a lot more plausible to attain all of the Heart of Thorns exclusive rewards. Like I said about the Auric weapons, so you can get that backplate, and then you can get the Luminous backplate, which is what I'm working towards. However, they do still take a long time to complete, but the fact that you don't suffer from diminishing returns and you still need to farm up a load of the Ascended materials, it's not as bad as it was. But it still seems like it's been nerfed too hard and it's too easier to attain now. There's still other achievements like Golden Child, where you have to free the city of Tyria 100 times, which is crazy. So yeah, I think it's just generally better for people who felt left out of Heart of Thorns. There are a lot of people who didn't like the Heart of Thorns content because it was too hard and you got too little as a reward, and you know, they couldn't spend that 30 minutes that they had a day, 30 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour, whereas now you can spend 30 minutes, and like I said, if you complete an event, you get a load of keys and you get a load of chests and you get a load more loot, which isn't bags within bags within bags within bags, which is really nice. And again, the diminishing returns are just excellent. So if you did want to spend a few hours or a whole day or a couple of days farming in one particular map, you know, if you want to get your Auric Dust or your Leyline Crystals or whatever, you won't get penalised for that. So, you know, it's generally a good thing for the game. People should be coming back into the maps more often and keeping the meta events alive. That's always a good thing. Of course, with the addition of so many more bags being put into the system, you'll make a hell of a lot more gold too. However, you still don't quite make as much as you would if you spent the time in, say, the Silver Wastes or farming dungeons, which then have now got an update to give you a lot more gold, and tokens, which you can then use to buy rares and salvage for ectos, which sell for quite a lot at the moment. So yeah, you're looking at about 10 gold an hour if you're lucky in the Heart of Thorns maps, whereas, you know, you could be looking at a lot more, 15 to 20 gold in the Silver Wastes. In my experience, I would say when it comes to the little boxes that you get, and they are specifically from that map, they're not champ bags as such. Open them on your level 80s, because if you open them on a lower level character, all you'll do is get the map currency from the map that you got that loot box. You'll also get an exotic loot box at the end, which you can choose from a few rewards, one of which is some supplies that include keys and things like that. I would recommend picking up that one unless you're doing something like Dragon Stand, where you can get a black diamond. However, the price of black diamonds at the moment has plummeted, and the rest of the rewards kind of aren't worth it, because I think they're just Ascended materials, but you only get one. So you only get one Leyline Crystal or one piece of Auric Dust or whatever. But let me know what your experiences of the new jungle metas have been. I've had a fairly good time recently. I farmed up quite a lot of the currency, and I literally just need the dust now to get the weapons that I need. But I'm really interested in how other people perceive these changes to being, because obviously not everybody's going to be happy about it. Some people might think it's, they went too far, they did too much, or some people may think it was just enough, or it wasn't enough. Like I said, you still need a crazy amount of dust for the crafting recipes, but each to their own. So yeah, don't forget to leave a comment and let me know what you think. And of course, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, then don't forget to give it a like and a subscribe, and I will see you next time.